All right, welcome back, everybody, to Medieval Dynasty. I'm the Bearded OG, and oh my god, I'm enjoying this game so much. The last two episodes that you guys have seen were the culmination of many hours of gameplay, and I even stayed up till like fucking 2 a.m. in the morning, which I don't usually do anymore because I'm too old for that shit. But I'm just loving this game, and I couldn't stop playing, kind of thing. So,
himself Sparrow. Sorry, Captain Sparrow. I'm pretty sure he stole my money.
So you're saying Captain Sparrow stole your money? Right. Anyway, okay. So yeah, I showed you guys a little bit of off-camera footage. And that happened, well, my conversation with my true love, almost true love, 90% of the way to true love. What happened, after I had built the second house, or the other house that we needed for our second dude. And I moved myself into the bigger house too, and put him in the smaller house. And then, let's see. And then the first part of that montage I showed you was actually my trip back to here. So we are currently back here in, Lesnica. If you guys know that I'm mispronouncing these names, let me know, because I would like to pronounce them correctly, but I'm just, I'm not. I think, don't quote me on this, but I think this game is made by Polish developers, so it's kind of, has more of a Polish, flavor to it, maybe. And so maybe that's what these names are. I don't know. I just don't know much about that kind of thing. So my apologies if you are Polish and I'm completely butchering these names, and let me know, how they are supposed to be pronounced, and then I will make an effort to pronounce them correctly. Anyway, so we are back here. And if you remember in the last episode, we did deliver the iron axe to the dude that the blacksmith wanted, and now we're going to get our reward for that. So Theobald, did you deliver the axe already? I sure did. Here's the money he owed you. Thank you. Keep some of it. Consider it as a reward for your trouble. Okay, so he gave us 31 coin out of 200, which is, I would say that's pretty generous, actually. Now, the other thing, too, and I believe I pointed this out in editing, but this management tab is kind of where I see things such as my Dynasty reputation, how many buildings I can currently do, the taxes. So this, according to this, we only owe 24 gold in taxes. That's nothing. I was expecting, well, I mean, I guess I didn't really know what to expect, but I was assuming that was going to be quite a bit more substantial than that. So if that's all we owe, that's nothing. I was a little concerned about that. So yeah, that's just a drop in the bucket, basically, right? So anyway, I've got Unigas. Again, I'm probably completely butchering that name. I've got him assigned now to his own place, and he is working the hunting lodge. I've got Sambor working lumberjack, which is not his strongest specialty. I should, now that I'm looking at this, remember, it was like fucking 2 o'clock in the morning when I set this up, and I was like so tired, but I just didn't want to stop playing. I really should probably switch these two, shouldn't I? Right? Because, because then Sambor will be a level 3 on hunting, and Unigas will be a level 3. No, sorry, on wood gathering, and Unigas will be level 3 on hunting. So I should switch those around. I don't know if I can do that from here, though. I know that the hunting lodge can take 2 people. So, yeah, like I said, I'm not sure if I can do that from here. Well, maybe I can. So if we go to the houses thingy, that's fields. What's this? Okay, no, yeah, if we go here and we go to the hunting lodge, so I can assign Sambor to here. Right? Okay, good. And then what I can do is I can move Unigas over to... No, it still shows him as being assigned to the woodshed. I want him to be assigned to hunting lodge. Escape, return. Okay. So yeah, okay, so he's the hunter. I think I wasn't like hitting escape, which enters it, right? and that's why it didn't sign over. So, okay, now we want Unigas now to go to the wood shack. So if we, yeah, let's assign him to the woodshed, and then press escape to return. There we go. Okay, I'm just not used to pressing escape as in, you know, enter. Okay, I think I finally managed to to get it to work. It's a little bit weird. Okay, so now we have Sambor assigned to the hunting lodge, which is his strength. And we have Unigas assigned currently to the woodshed, which is one of his strengths. I mean, this dude's got like he's got 4 level 3s, which, you know, at our current level in the game is pretty damn good. So I think we've got that allocated efficiently. And then, of course, I moved Ludo over to the herbalist shack because she's very good at survival, and that's the survival category there. So now she's assigned as efficiently as possible. Okay, I think we got that figured out. Oh geez. Okay, so if we look at our inventory, let's see, we're currently sitting at 139 coin, and I do not, apparently, assuming I'm reading this correctly, right, on this management tab, I don't need to worry about taxes. We can cover that like super easily. Now we have 439 Dynasty reputation, and I think it was this woman right here, Nagaslava, who has, yeah, she's got 3 3s as well, so she could be our farmer, and she should go ahead and come back with us now because we have over 400. Fantastic. Okay, so we've got her now, and we need to match her up with one of the guys. I think I'm going to match her up with the other guy that's got the really high, the higher stats, which is Unibots. Okay, so if we go to houses, wait a second, hold on. No, let's select her, and then house. Okay, so we want to put her in the house that Unigas is in, and god damn it, I don't even know which house that is, because they both just say simple small house. Okay, I guess one way we could figure that out is if we double click on Unigas, he's in the house with 100% condition. Okay, so then if we go to Nagaslava and we assign her a house and we do the house with 100% condition, that should fix her up. Okay, so if we give it a second and then go back into here again, she is now, she's not going to get mad at us at all because she's got a house. We could, and I guess what we could do, she's good at farming, which is kind of the main reason why I got her. Can we assign her to the barn right now? Workplace. Yes, we can. Okay, so she's now assigned to the barn. Nagaslava barn. And okay, so manage assignment. Wait, what? No, that's not what I want to do. If we go to the barn now, farming, and we do this and edit assignments. All right, so we want her to work on fertilizer, but obviously she's not going to be able to do anything until we get manure to her, which we will, which will be on the list of things to do. And we're also going to want her to generate flaxseed when the time comes. And one of these manures is based upon, rotting food. One's based upon, fertilizer is based upon manure. Okay, so accept assignments. So she now has assignments. And intensity is something that I didn't quite understand earlier, but this actually means a couple of things, I think. And correct me if I'm wrong, but it means both how much time do I want you to spend on this particular task, but it's also a prioritization too. So if we wanted to spend more time on fertilizer, then we give her a higher intensity than we would say on flaxseed. And obviously, again, she's not going to be able to do anything with flaxseed until we have flaxseed. So I think that's how that works. Okay, confirm intensity. All right, so now she's fully assigned. Now we actually need to do the same thing with the other bases. So if we go to Ludo and we go to fall, these are the 3 things that she can gather in the fall, I believe. And so we need to increase her intensity until she's, working at full capacity. And broadleaf plantain is most important right now just because that's our cheap heals. But, we'll have her gather some of that too, but we'll have her focus primarily on that. Okay, confirm intensity. Okay, let's go to the woodshed now. And let's add sticks. No, you know what we ought to actually do is add firewood to this because of the fact that we're going to need, you guys told me in the comments, we're going to need lots of firewood over the winter, which makes perfect sense, right? Let's add logs and firewood. Well, we can't build anything more right now. We're completely maxed out on our buildings. So, accept assignments. Okay. Let's put a high priority on firewood right now. And less priority on logs because here again, we can't really do anything until you reach the next chapter. So I want you to spend a lot of time on firewood and just 3/4 of your time on firewood, 1/4 of your time on logs. Okay, so confirm intensity. Good. Now let's go to the hunting lodge. And we'll go here. So right now, yeah, I've got leather. Okay, let's do this. Let's do leather, fur, and feathers at 5%. And then let's evenly do these two, more or less, because we need meat in order to make dried meat. So my assumption here is that this guy will go out and quote unquote hunt and get meat, bring it back, and then turn that into dried meat. I think that's how that works. Okay, so confirm intensity. And then And there are knives in, there's 2 knives actually in there. So he should have all the tools he needs to do that. Okay. So now why do I have this? This means there's something wrong. I think it just means he doesn't have meat yet. But I believe, if I'm correct, and I could be wrong about this, I believe he'll go get some eventually. And farming has a problem because, I've given her assignments, but she has no resources to make them. And that's fine, I think. Because it'll happen in time, but at least it's set up and ready to go. Okay. There's quite a learning curve to this game, but man, I tell you what, I really am enjoying the game. Seriously. Okay, so now we could get a wife for the other guy too. Let's look at your stats. So you're pretty good at farming and hunting. But we kind of got those covered. I'd like to find someone that's good at fishing when the time comes. She's good at diplomacy. And I'm not sure exactly what we're going to use a villager for in regards to diplomacy. We'll figure that out. So what I might do is go back, maybe visit some of the other villages again and see if we can find a female who's good at fishing. And then when we get to the point where we can do the fishing shed or lodge or whatever it is, then we can assign them to that. However, is food considered? Food's probably production, right? So fishing is like its own. Well, no, that's not fishing. That's survival. Right. Okay. So production is, or cooking is production. And Ludo's really good at that. Right. So if we can find another female that has 3 points in survival, then we could, use her for fishing. And again, I don't know how we're going to use a villager for diplomacy yet, but I will figure that out when the time comes. Right. Okay. So I think what we need to do is find somebody who's good at survival. We'll assign them to fishing, and then I'll probably get a third person. Well, we're going to probably have a lot of people when it's all said and done, but I'll probably get a third person to take over Ludo's job as an herbalist, and I'll move Ludo over to like our main food person once we get the kitchen going. Or, just find somebody new for that. Okay. All right. So I don't last time I checked Denica, there was only 2 males there. There weren't any females at all. So I think what I'm going to do is run back up to these northern towns and find a female who has 3 points in survival. And then once I find her, I'll assign her to be the wife of the other dude. In other words, assign her to his house, and they'll eventually, as I understand it, they'll get married or whatever and have kids to help grow our community. And then at that point, we'll go back home. I'll meet you guys back at our village, and then we'll go from there. Okay.
I'm an experienced traveler, but a shy one. I only travel when nobody's watching.
You know how it is with monarchs. Do what they say, but do not get too close to them. Hail, friend! Price is so low you don't need to haggle.
How are you? Have a nice day. I have a feeling we're not in the valley anymore.
Sitting, my favorite activity.
Oh, it's you again. Have a nice day.
All right, guys, we're back at the base, and I was actually unsuccessful in finding our a wife for
village, the more work for everyone.
Unigas. Because all of the women that had at least level 3 survival now want me to have a Dynasty reputation of 500, which is odd because they were 400 in the last episode. So now why are they 500? I don't know. So that kind of sucks. So I have to, okay, so I need to decide, what our next move is. I'm not as concerned about taxes as I was before because it looks like the taxes are pretty inconsequential. And we currently have 478 coin there. So why don't we find Ludo? I got her, as you guys saw in the opening montage there, I got her up to 90%. And so this is our new female villager. And so she's just working in the barn, though. She doesn't really have anything to do at the moment. I don't really see the point in doing anything with this field until springtime. I mean, we could buy manure and fertilizer and put it down. But I think I'll just wait till spring to do that. So, yeah, let's go find Ludo. She should be working in the hut here. There she is.
How is life treating you?
Hello, dear. Okay, so as you can see, she's not in the best of moods. Okay. Anyway, she's at 90% affection. So, is there any reason why she's only 6%? I don't know. I mean, nobody's like seriously unhappy, and Unigas is actually quite happy. It's probably because, well, no, he's the guy that we haven't gotten a wife for. Of course, Sambor and Nagaslawa haven't gotten together yet, as far as I'm aware, even though they both live in the same house.
I just don't like conversations about weather, crops, animals, children, politics, work.
So just about goddamn everything then, right, dude? Except for maybe beer. Maybe he likes to talk about beer. Okay, so
Who exactly is this St. John?
that's a good question. I have no idea.
How is life treating you?
Okay, so, I mean, yeah, I have an idea, but anyways, okay. Let's see if we can finally win this woman's heart. How you doing, beautiful? Okay, now here's what I know about her. She likes humor. She likes sexual stuff. Those are like the two things she really likes. She doesn't like deep contemplative thinking. And she's okay with, flattery types of things, but that's not like her favorite thing. If you want to make an omelet, you have to break some eggs, said the homicidal chicken. See, now that's, to me, is a funny thing. She'll probably like this. Let's see what happens. Okay, so she thought that was pretty funny. That chicken needs to be punished to make an egg sample. I love it. Okay. How you doing, beautiful? What's the difference between a woman's argument and a knife? We already did that one. Can we do it again? I don't know. Do you ever wish to be unintelligent as simple as possible? Let's see. We've done that one too. She'll probably like this. Haha, you are so hilarious. Oh, yeah, that did it. Haha, you just wait. Fill me with some wine and you will need a change of the undergarments from laughter. It's I kind of wish that they didn't recycle some of these, because in reality, if we use the same line twice, it'd be like, what the fuck? Okay, so I think what this means is that if we do this, she'll become our wife. I have never felt love like that before, and it scares me. But I'd rather spend my whole life living in fear than to draw even one more breath without you as my wife.
Since that one day I was
You had me at hello. It's so embarrassing now that I realize you didn't even say hello. I just always wanted to say that. Can we start over? Oh yeah, sure. Let's get married. Okay, yeah, she's definitely a jokester. That's my wife to be. You've made me the happiest man alive. Oh. Cutscene. Nice. That's the first cutscene we've had of the game. And we learned the fishing hut. Hell yeah. Okay, so Ludo is now my sweetheart. And I'm assuming that means she lives...
My love, you're here.
Oh, I'm her love. That's awesome. Look at her. Even her mood got up. Now, hey, Mr. Husband, man. I love it. Now we still, it's not over. I mean, we still have to keep her happy, right? So, how's our little kingdom doing romance? So let's start by, I think we're ready to have a child. What? No. We don't want to do that yet. how are we doing in our thing? There's not enough water in our village. Okay, so we need to get more water. Oh, that's actually, she's going to be really handy for that sort of thing, right? Because she can tell us, you know, where our shortfalls are and stuff. Okay, what is this favor that I have to ask of you? What is it? Could you take this money to the castle and to pay our taxes? We have a debt to pay. Would you take this money to the castle and could you inform the herald that we fulfilled the king's request? What? I don't think we have to do this until spring. So yeah, let's not do that. Let's just have a nice little conversation with our wife. I'm bored. Maybe we could do something stupid together. How does starting a cult sound? Well, I mean, I suppose we could do that. That's funny. Let's take a look at you. Okay, so Ludo. Okay, so her icon is now also red, indicating, oh, everybody's thirsty. Shit. Okay, we got to take care of that. And she told us that too, of course. But she's happy. Good. I'm glad my Ludo is happy. And I'm happy now too. Okay, so let's go deal with this water situation. And we also need to do chapter 5, which should be easy because I can make both of those things. We're gonna need buckets. Wait a minute. Where the hell did the bucket go? Did it transfer over to here? Oh, sorry. Wrong place. Bucket. Here we go. Yeah, we might need more than just one bucket now that we have all these people here. But let's go get some water for them. Inventory. Okay, so bucket and equip. And we'll just put that in number 5 slot. I really like the fact that Ludo can now tell us what's going on, right? Okay, so let's put this in here. So to make a bucket, I think we need oh, we got a new point too. I think it's the fishing hut. Right. Okay, so I would like to actually build this, except for that we are currently maxed out until we... Okay, now everybody's happy because they have water. Okay, beautiful. And that also should have freed up Ludo's previous house. Oh, it must be this house right here. Because it says 0 of 3 people. I thought that was... Oh no, that's this house, right? Because I used to I had to take the workshop building down in order to make another building for our dude, you know, our new guy. So yeah, I know farming's, needs stuff. I know that. We'll work on it. So, right. Okay. So we have room for what we could actually do is we could get another male worker to assign to this house, and then we could get 2 females to pair them up. Because, that's just the way things worked in medieval times. There was none of this single, bachelor or bachelorette life business. Everybody got married. Everybody had kids. Whether they were happy or not, it didn't matter because you kind of had to do that kind of thing to survive. But, I mean, if we can have all of our people be as happy as possible, that's a plus, and I'm all for that. Okay, so, what do we do now? I think what we should do is get chapter 5 done. So we need a wooden hoe, which we already have a wooden hoe. Let's just go pick it up, put our inventory, and that should satisfy that part of the quest. And just out of curiosity, too, if we look here... Yeah, so look at that. We've got 33 firewood already. Fantastic. I was told in the comments by you guys that we're going to need lots of firewood in the winter, which makes perfect sense, of course. We're going to need some leather, so let's just grab this for the moment, because we'll need that to make that simple bag. And I'm curious, how many... We don't have any logs. Well, I did tell him to prioritize firewood over logs, so that's fine. I mean, for now, we can just go get our own logs anyways. So yeah, I'm glad he's working on firewood. And then presumably when we see things like here, go. Yeah. When we see things like henbane, St. John's wort, see 67, and even the plantain, that's a lot. See, now that's our love. That's our wife that's getting that stuff because she's assigned to the herbalist shack. Okay, it's cool to see this stuff start working, So I need to, actually need to put a few things in here. So let me, because we've picked up all like these bronze sickles, that we got from looting and a couple other things. So let me do a little bit of inventory management, and then I'll bring you back and we'll go from there. Okay, let's grab the hoe. And that gets that done. And then we can just make a simple bag from here using leather. There we go. Okay, now we need to do fertilizer, carrot seed, wheat grain, and cabbage seed. Okay, I know how to do fertilizer in the barn. How do we do the seeds? We probably do the seeds there as well, I'm guessing. All right, let's put this leather back in here. More than likely, here, let's get rid of that. More than likely, we're going to also need to put the hoe in here. That's probably the tool that it requires. So that's poppy seed, animal feed, daub, and then the ferts. So is what? Okay, here we go. This is all different types of flowers. And what about this? Wheat grain, oat grain, rye grain, flax seed. All right, let's look at this. So does the barn not require a tool like a hoe or something? Apparently it doesn't from what I'm looking at here. Okay. So I guess I'm a little confused about where I make the seeds. Rival management building quests, tools, consumable, miscellaneous. Okay, here we go. So we got carrot seed. Type of seed collected from the field along with the vegetables. Can be planted in the soil using a bag during spring or winter. So, can we plant it in the soil? Oh, we can plant that in the winter. Interesting. Oh, cool. Okay. So, I guess to start with, we're going to have to buy the seed. Because how else are we going to get it? Because it says we get it by harvesting the carrots, which makes sense. But we're probably going to have to buy that, right? So since we can do that in the winter, see, it also says wheat grain and cabbage seed. So wheat grain has to be sowed in autumn or spring. And cabbage seed has to be sowed in the spring or summer. Okay. So we could plant... No, we can't plant anything of those three yet. So carrots can do... But what we could do is we could do the... we could do the wheat in the wintertime. So I think that's what we'll do. But until we complete chapter 5, we're maxed out on buildings, right? So we can't make an... I'd like to make the kitchen and the fishing hut. But the only building we could potentially sacrifice right now is one of the houses, which doesn't really make sense because we're going to need that, for more villagers. So I don't want to take any more buildings down. We already had to take down a couple buildings, the well and the workshop, and I don't want to do that again. So unless we really get into a bind. All right, guys, I think it's time for us to... Well, okay. There's one thing we could do before we go to winter. I could do a couple more quests and try and get my reputation up to 500 so that I can bring in 3 more villagers. We need a wife for this guy. And then since we have a free house now, we could bring in another male and another female as well. And let's see, I don't know how many days into autumn we are, but I think we're probably about 10 days into autumn, but that's fine. That was kind of the whole point of extending it 30 days so we could take as long as we needed to do what we need to do. I could see where some people would want the challenge of, you got 3 days or 5 days or whatever to do this, and then, come hell or high water, that's it. But for my first time playthrough, I don't really want that pressure because I don't see that as a fun thing, So we're not going to worry too much about that. So that means then our next steps would be, everybody's fine here. Our next steps would be to do some questing, get our rep up, and get 3 more villagers. One concern I do have, though, is, this bucket is going to have a bit of a hard time keeping our current number of villagers in water. Plus, it's losing condition. How do we make a bucket? We might have to go buy something like that. Oh, let's take a look here. You guys were also telling me in the comments that we're going to eventually need, like, plates and bowls and that sort of thing too. So I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work. Is a bucket... Here we go. Bucket of water. Collected from lakes, rivers can be consumed. It doesn't, okay, but it doesn't tell us. It doesn't tell us how it's crafted. And is that the largest container that we... I think it is probably the largest container. Oh, that was a bucket of water. Okay, so the bucket itself. This is a type of tool. It's crafted at the workbench in the workshop. Right, I kind of remember that now. So we might need to... might need to buy this for now. Another one. Until we have, until we can make another workshop. Or we can do what I don't want to do. And that is, take this building back down, put the workshop back up. But we also needed technology for that too. And that would be production technology. Oh, okay. For that, we just need to buy it. Right. Okay. That's only 100 coin, which we already have. So what we could do is tear down this house, put the workshop back up, research the technology. So that way we can make a few buckets and make sure everybody's got plenty of water. And then do winter, get through winter, and then build more houses after we finish chapter 5 and then invite more people. That seems to me like that might be the smart move at this point. Because otherwise, we're either going to have to figure out where we can buy a bucket, which I don't even know off the top of my head where we would get that. Because of the fact that, you know, this bucket is already at 68%. And once it's gone, you know, we don't currently have an easy way to replace it. And, you know, of course, having the workshop is going to be beneficial in other ways, too. We could even just move Ludo over to it for now. Wait, she's still a worker, too, right? Even though she's the wife now? I think she is. Yeah, she's still in there working. Okay. Yeah, guys, I hate to do that, man. I hate to take this house down, but I think that's what we need to do. That seems to be the way forward at this point. Because we kind of need the barn there to keep that villager happy. And even though we're not technically doing anything with it at this moment in time, we will be very quickly. So the only building here that's just completely not doing anything at all for us is this extra house. And we will get half the resources back for it too. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. As much as it sucks, I think that's what we're going to do. Oh, I was going to put this bronze sickle in the barn, but apparently we don't need it there. So we'll just put it in the resources. And we don't need to be carrying the hoe around. I'm trying to just lighten up a little bit, because the thing is when you take these buildings apart, you get, you know, 50% of the resources, and then you end up getting encumbered. That's hardly taking any weight at all. The bag, yeah, none of that's really all that heavy. Okay. Right. All right. That's what we're going to do. We're going to take this building back down. We're going to put the workshop back up so that we can make buckets to keep everybody in water. Now, the other thing that... do I have a build hammer with me? Don't. Okay, we got to get a build hammer. The other thing that we can do is we can now insulate the homes, and the from what I understand, in doing that, it reduces the amount of firewood that's needed. But I'm not sure what we need to do that. If it's the... my guess is that we need the daub. And if that's the case, then we don't have it researched. Let's experiment with that, though. Let's go to this first home here. And if we add insulation. Yeah, see, it needs daub. That's what I thought. Which is basically like mud or clay, I think. We make that up here, however... we need to buy the schema. That's only 50 coin. But then we're going to have to go get straw and clay. Is it worth it for me to do that now, or do we just get lots of firewood for our first winter and then worry about this later? I don't know. What is this?
Chair deficiency in this village starts to be a bit annoying.
Yeah, I know we need to get chairs, which is another reason why we should get the workshop back up. Let's just see if we can cover everybody's needs with extra firewood this winter. I have heard that if your villagers get cold in the winter, that screws up, makes them not happy, which makes perfect sense, of course. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to destroy, and let's take this place down. Oh, you know what? Hold on a second. Yeah, that coat's in there. See, I don't know if she's going to wear that or not. I'm guessing she's not. I don't think it works that way.
Wish we could turn back time. I'd make you mine.
Who are you talking to? I'm married. You can't be saying shit like that to me. Little will kick your ass. You're supposed to be flirting with that other guy anyway. A little Harry Potter reference there. Right. Okay. All right. What I'd like.
I don't want to be lonely anymore.
Well, go hook up with the guy in your house. I mean, there's nothing better than somebody arranging your love life, right? Am I right? No, I'm not. Okay, so let's go here. And we're going to go buildings. And we're going to go... we're going to go production. And we want the workshop. And we're going to... Okay, Ludo likes the king. I don't know anything about the king, so I have no opinion. Unless the king's listening, in which case I like him a lot. Okay, let's go to here. Right about there. And that's where we'll put that. And of course, we're going to need some stone and some other stuff. So let me get this built. Okay, workshop is done. Now let's go into here and we want to go to bucket. Which is bucket. Yep. Okay. And we'll buy the schema for 100 gold. And then we need planks to make buckets. Okay. Let's go over to our wood shop here. And we will craft, let's see, planks. Yeah. I love it. Hey, we got a new extraction level. Nice. What's up, Sambor? Relaxing after a hard day's work? How's our wife doing, by the way? Oh, she's already in bed. Okay, let's not bother her. She's been working hard all day. She needs to rest. Okay, wicker and wooden bucket. Oh, neat. Okay, so, how many in total of these can I make? Oh, 13. Oh, shit. Okay. Let's see. We have the one. Let's have a total of, say, 4 buckets. We'll make 2 more. And that should be plenty, I think, for now. Here's the wheels. Not enough technology for that, though. And lantern. So there's several more things we can make. We just need to be able to buy them. Okay, so we have 3 buckets. Let's go out to the water. Take a drink ourselves. And then we will equip in slot 7. Fill this bucket. We're taking care of our villagers first before we go to sleep. So those all turn into water buckets, which, as far as the game is concerned, are different items. Okay, so that gives us 3 buckets of water plus this one here. So now we should be good. Now we should be good when it comes to water. Okay. Let's go ahead and sleep.
Oh, it's you again.
You look like you could grab a bite. Oh, she's telling me I need to... Wait, is her mood like minus 16%? No, that's just a hyphen. That's not like negative. I think. Or maybe it just means she's steady. She's not going up or down. Because see, this guy's got an up arrow.
Hi, hubby.
Hi, hubby. How's our little kingdom doing? Yeah, how are we doing? The peasants require more crafting materials. Right. She's probably talking about the barn. Okay. I think we're ready. No. We're not ready to have a child. We'll work on that maybe after the first winter. What's on your mind? Wine is the world's greatest invention. The wheel. Oh, that's right. You like wine, don't you? You know what? I've got some cherry wine for you, my love. Okay, so.
See you around.
See ya. Okay, what we're going to do is in here we should have... Where did I put that wine at? Is it already in here? Yeah, it's already in here. Okay, so she has access to it. So if she wants some cherry wine, have at it, my love. Have at it. Okay. So, yeah, we're going to need to research spoons and forks and ladles and cups and all that kind of stuff. And more baskets, I guess. Oh, this is where we can do the better torch.
I could make a bench myself.
But that's...
It's just too hard. Furniture making is almost as impossible as swimming.
Where... Okay, where do we... we must make furniture in...
Are you an aspiring mule?
We must make furniture in, like, the higher level workshop, I'm guessing. I can do... Okay, seats and tables. Chairs. See, all of this stuff is locked. And it costs money to unlock. Wow. Okay. So, yeah. We're doing the best we can, man. We are doing the best we can. That's all there is to it. Okay, so, I think our next move, do a few quests, get some rep, get a few more villagers. No. We've changed that situation because we no longer have... we could get one more female villager. That's all we can do at this point. When winter rolls around, we can plant wheat in our field. But if we're going to do that, we're going to need fertilizer and all that sort of thing. So maybe we should go get some manure. Let's see. How much money do we have? Oh, we have a new thingy here. This is extraction knowledge. Okay, that increases carry weight, slower stamina consumption, faster mining and digging, faster tree cutting. For the next 10 seconds, stacks up to 1. 15% chance to extract additional resources from deposits. Okay, that all seems nice. I think increasing carry weight, though, because, I mean, I'm constantly encumbered. Let's go with that. We'll get that maxed out first before we do anything else, probably, with that stuff. Okay. So So we could get our rep up to 500 so we get one more female before winter. And we could go get manure to make some fertilizers. We need up to 15 fertilizers so we can plant the wheat in the winter. And then after all of that, I think we roll over into winter. So let's go do some more quests. Okay, Ida here has a quest. I need help from a strong man. I'll pay for it. Consider me interested. I have to feed my family, but the food went missing. I have coins, but no time. That shouldn't be hard. I'll be right back. Do I look like a butcher? Okay. So... Oh, we just need to deliver fish meat and meat to Ida. Oh, that's easy peasy. Except for that we have kind of fished out the waters. Yeah, there's some fish right here and right here. The regular meat will be real easy to get. Okay, let's go do all that stuff.
How are you? Whatever you need, I've got it. So long.
How are all those candles lighting up by themselves?
So, you're starting a new settlement, aren't you?
All right, guys, we are at Sambor's place. I recorded that last little sequence there without commentary because I had something going on in real life and I couldn't talk. So, but let's see, the lady that I turned in the last quest to, apparently she, well, not apparently, she did want fish meat, and I can't produce fish meat without a fishing hut, which is a little silly. So I ended up, as I think I'll show you, I ended up having to go buy 2 pieces of fish meat from a vendor, you know, to complete that quest. And then, wouldn't you know it, it got me like 1 point shy of 500 Dynasty reputation. So what we're doing is we're continuing Unigas' story. And talking to the Sambor guy, and we'll see if that gets us over 500. Okay, here we go. I think you're lost, boy. Sorry, I didn't mean to dist. Wait a second. Look me in the eye and stop shivering, for crying out loud. Huh. Black and blue. You're Jordan's family, aren't you? Yes, my name's Rasimir. You must be Sambor then. And how did you know that? I was talking with Unigas, and he told me that you were a part of the Reminders as well. Part of what now? The pack, the one with Unigas and Jordan. I never heard of this idiotic name in my life. Oh, sorry. Maybe I made a mistake. We were called the Undying Fist. Oh my, that's so much worse. Actually, no, it's a lot better. It's a whole lot better name. You're damn right it is. That's because I came up with it. Everyone loved it. No idea why Unigas lied to you like that. I'm sure he was just jealous about your creativity. Ha, of course he was, and not only about that. Anyway, I would love to hear some stories about my uncle and the pack's adventures together. That's an amazing coincidence, because I would love to spend my time telling the old tales by the crackling fire. Oh, really? No, leave my property and forget where it is. Oh, come on. I will only take a moment. A moment, really. Just tell me, what was my uncle like? How did you become part of the Undying Fist? And what did you do exactly in the pack? You don't know what we did. Unigas didn't get to that part yet. Oh, no. You don't know what we did? Yeah, he didn't get to that part. All right. But be quiet and try to be less annoying. Where should I begin? Right. It all started when Jordan left his home. He was 18 at the time. If I remember correctly, the clever bastard was always too big a fish for his birthplace, and he knew that. Left as soon as he could, but cleverness at such a young age always means two things, being arrogant and hot-headed. Okay, so at this point, guys, just pause the screen. I'm not going to read all of this out loud, and I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so I guess we have to go dig some clay. Let's see. In order to maintain a thriving settlement, inhabitants need to provide for their small community by working. Villagers can be given a job by assigning them to a specific building when they're 18 years old or above. This can be set up on the management tab. When the workplaces are finally occupied, production can be distributed in the buildings tab. By selecting a desired building and altering the amounts of goods the workers are going to craft. Yeah, okay, so we know all that. Gotcha. That's kind of a weird time for them to tell us about that, though. Okay, so apparently he gave us a shovel. I think. Did he? Yeah, a wood shovel. So he wants us to go dig some clay. We need...
Stupid trees.
We need to dig up clay deposits 2 and clay 5. What's the difference? I don't know. He said they were right behind his place, so yeah, here we go. Right here. A strange deer figurine. What the hell? I don't know. Weird. Oh, there's another one. There's a bunch of them. Okay. So what's the deal with the deer figurines? Okay, how heavy are these things? Yeah, they're not that heavy. All right. Well, let's go ahead and dig up some clay. Oh, okay. So dig up clay deposit means exhaust the deposit. Gotcha. Wasn't entirely sure what that meant at first, because this is the first time I've done this. Okay, let's go back and talk to Sambor. You have it? Here's all the clay you wanted. Will you finish the story now? All right, all right. Okay, so go ahead and pause the screen and read. Okay. So he wants me to give Unigas a knuckle sandwich. That got a little dark there for a minute, but kind of funny too. Okay, deliver the knuckle sandwich to Unigas. All right, let's head on back down. Did we get any rep for that? Oh, we did. We have 571 rep. Okay, cool. That's what we were actually looking for. There is a woman right in whatever the town is that's right next to us. I think I know that by now. Gostovia. That has some pretty high points. So let's go see if she's still by the fire, because that way I don't have to run all the way back to that other village. Except for I'm going the wrong way. I need to be going south. And we're like in the swamp, so that's not creepy at all. Okay, so she's got 3 survival and 3 in production.
Oh, it's you again.
It's me again. There we go. Okay. Nazlama, welcome to our village. Okay, so we need to assign her to this house here. That's the only one that it's letting me assign her to, so I'm assuming that's the correct house. Yeah, simple small house. And we want her to... Well, I'm going to actually probably put her to work in the fishing hut once we can build it. But for now, we can just put her in the workshop. Okay, and then we'll do this. She's in the workshop. All right, let's go to the workshop, and the only thing I can have her make right now there is... I don't really want her to make simple torches, but we'll have her make buckets. And then if she makes extra ones, we can sell them. Okay. Yeah, accept assignment, and we'll just give that maximum intensity. You know what that means, though, now that I think about it, is that means we're going to need our wood shop guy. Okay, so we got to watch the durability on that. He's going to need to make some planks, because she's going to need those for the buckets. Okay, so let's bring the firewood down to 50. And we'll bring the planks up to 25. Firm intensity. Okay. And I might help out a little bit and just, go get a bunch of logs and throw them in there for him too. Okay. So I think we did all that, right? Now let's turn in our quest, except for he's probably sleeping. Can we wake him up? Yeah, we can. It's always nice to see you, Rasimir, even when you wake me up at 3 o'clock in the morning with a torch in my face. Unigas, hello, I've talked with Sambor. He's a real sweetheart, isn't he? Are you kidding? He was the most terrifying person I've ever met. No, yeah, he was just like a jar of honey. That's Sambor for you. I see. He did tell me about my uncle, though, the story about the Lord of the Orchards. He has some unexpectedly good storytelling skills, doesn't he? Yes, he really does. I was downright astonished by that. Okay, it looks like this might be another big line of text, so pause the screen to read it. I can't, I'm afraid. I lost it somewhere on the road. Smart lad. But if he asks, I'll tell him you knocked me out cold. Just out of curiosity, what did Sambor tell you about him becoming part of the pack? He said that you were looking for the best to recruit and that he was an obvious choice. Yeah, that seems like something he would say. Well, he was clearly full of crap. Oh, you need it for the, you know. I have no idea what you're talking about. The beheading. Okay. Nice. So we completed stage 1 of Unigas' story. And we now have 583 Dynasty reputation. Yeah, that was quite the story, man. Also, got a little bit dark there. Wow. Okay. I'm glad he didn't tell me that story before I went up there. I might have been too afraid to. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we are ready to move on into winter.